Hello and welcome to Carmen Miller Group's Talk of the Town, Carolinas. I'm your host, Patty Mercer. Today we're meeting with Allison Love. She serves on York County Council District 2, and we're going to find out what role the parks play here in York County. We all love playing outside. We're going to learn how to do it. Before we get started though, I want to ask you a question. Have you been thinking about buying a new home or possibly selling the home you live in? Keep that simple. Call Carmen or visit CarolinaHomeSearch.com. While you're there, you can see past episodes of Talk of the Town, Carolinas. But for now, let's find out what's going on outside in York County. Come on. What a beautiful day to be at a park and the opportunity to see Field Day Park. Allison Love, this is your backyard.
It is.
You are a council member for York County District 2. I had no idea that Field Park was this nice. Tell me a little bit about how it came to be.
Well, it started way back when, about 2008, when Crescent Properties donated a couple of parcels to York County. And then they just kind of sat, nothing going on for a long time, even though there were a couple other former council members, Perry Johnston, Tom Smith, who have just pushed and pushed to have a park. They've been very involved with the kids' sports, Lake Wylie Athletic Association. So they just really needed a place to play. And, good things come to those who wait. So they
Absolutely.
waited a long time. And in 2016, the community voted on the ballot in November 2016, a couple months before I got on council.
Yes.
And they voted to tax themselves for this park. And you look around and it's a heck of a park.
We're here on a Sunday morning and I was so surprised at how busy it is. Kids are out playing ball and walking their dogs and playing outside, the great outdoors.
Yes.
It is so vital to York County, not only for a quality of life, but also for economic growth and managing that growth. Why is that here in York County?
York County's never been in the parks business, and for years, my past 4 years on council was that no, not going to be in the rec business, don't want to be in the park business. And then I think we got this park built. The taxpayers of this district of Lake Wylie basically paid for the park. We're at about $14 million cost.
Yes.
And I think everybody's just so impressed, and we've just kind of, we bought 1,900 acres down in Councilwoman Cox's district, and the county's excited about being in the park business, I think we're headed there.
Well, I love it. I was surprised at how many parks and what that square footage looks like, and now, as you mentioned, I think that's Riverbend. That's going to be green space.
It's going to be a great green space.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, in terms of just finding out what the need is in our community, there's an opportunity for all of us who live in York County to give feedback.
Yes, there is. So I'm on the Riverbend committee. That group, there was an original group who met, who kind of came up with who needed to be on the committee. There are 3 council members on that committee with other people who have different areas of expertise, and we meet monthly to just determine what does this need to be. Field Day Park is the only sports park.
Yeah.
And so none of the other parks are this, and Riverbend will actually be a passive recreation park as well.
So it will be more like on the lines of the Greenway in Fort Mill.
So last year we began a big campaign in this community for green space. And then in November, the community voted about 65% in favor of green space here. So we have actually, now that we've got Field Day Park and we're still doing some things here, still paying for this obviously, but we've also agreed to tax ourselves for green space in the Lake Wylie area. Because if there's any area that's losing ground, literally, it's Lake Wylie.
And prime opportunity for quality of life living.
So, we tax ourselves. It puts us in a position to compete with some of the developers to buy. We can acquire properties, which is a little bit unique. And then those will be used for passive recreation and things like a dog park and a farmer's market and hopefully disc golf and that kind of thing.
You seem to have a real heart for managing growth so that it's fair for those who have just generations of families, and also preserving the quality of life, which is the reason so many choose
quality
to call
of life is huge.
Carolina's home.
Quality of life is huge, and you can't get that back. So we have to build on what we have, and whatever slips away. And my goal is to keep building on what we've got instead of letting it slip away.
Awesome.
So I think York County is. I think they've done an excellent job. You look around this park. This is York County's engineering department, York County management. That's who's built this park for the people here. It's like we were like, here's the money, build this.
Wow.
This is what we want. So we originally didn't even include a community center, and that was one of my requests on top of it was kind of the cherry on top of the other requests that have been in the works for years, and it's beautiful. You know,
wow.
People can rent it. If you look around, the picnic shelters are full. Probably the most popular thing here is the pickleball courts. They're full all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, we have 24/7 pickleball out here.
That's fantastic.
And, you know, there are baseball tournaments going on today, so it was very much needed. And I think as we move forward, we're going to realize when we get a little farther down the road, we're going to look back and we're going to say these things were so needed in York County. I mean, just Riverbend. We've got Nanny's Mountain, which you can maybe see right over, maybe not over that hill anymore, but you get Nanny's Mountain right here in Lake Wylie. We've got Worth Mountain. We've got Ebenezer Park that we just put $4.8 million into.
Beautiful.
It's fantastic. So that grand opening is going to be around the 1st of May.
Oh, cool. Wow. And everybody can, through the end of March, have an opportunity to voice what they would like to see. An online survey. They can just go, to York County?
I'm sure it's on yorkcountygov.com.
Okay.
So that was the Riverbend Committee working with Dan Dodd, and we decided that, you know, before we start on Riverbend, let's see what the people want.
Yes.
And in talking about that, there was a focus on Riverbend to begin with, and then, you know, a couple of us raised our hands and said, hey, let's find out what they want countywide, because that's going to help me know what do you want to see in Lake Wylie.
Well, thank you so much for all that you do to help York County continue to be the desired place to live because of the quality of life.
Well, I love it here. So
yeah, it shows. Yeah. Well, that's it for this edition of Carmen Miller Group's Talk of the Town Carolinas from right here in York County's Field Day Park. If you're thinking about buying a new home, which is always fun, or selling the one you live in, simply call Carmen. She makes it so interesting, fun, and like I said, simple. Or visit CarolinaHomeSearch.com. While you're there, you can see past episodes of Talk of the Town Carolinas. Until next time, I'm Patty Mercer. Bye-bye.